Hi students, today we are going to discuss about previous year NEET question. A dioecious flowering plant prevent both autogamy and xenogamy, autogamy and catenogamy, catenogamy and xenogamy, cleistogamy and xenogamy. Dioecious flowering plants means male flower and female flower present in different plants. Like autogamy. Autogamy means, auto means self, the transfer of pollen grains anther to stigma, same flower, that is autogamy. Then xenogamy, transfer of pollen grains to the stigma, different plants, that is xenogamy. Then catenogamy, transfer of pollen grains anther to stigma, same plant, that is catenogamy. Okay. What about cleistogamy? Cleistogamy means do not open the flower, especially viola. Good example for cleistogamy. Then xenogamy means transfer of pollen grains anther to stigma, different plants. Especially onion plants. Then catenogamy. Catenogamy, transfer of pollen grains anther to stigma, same plants. For example, maize and corn. Then autogamy, transfer of pollen grains anther to stigma, same flower. This is the same flower. For example, wheat, then rice. Okay. A dioecious flowering plants prevent both, like autogamy and catenogamy. This is the correct answers. Next one, the process of separation and purification of expressed protein before marketing is called upstream processing. Upstream processing means initial stage of biotechnological process, like isolations, then purifications. These are all the process, upstream process. Then downstream processing. Downstream processing's purification of product, then it will make the marketings. Okay, these are all the process to present downstream processings. The correct answer is downstream processing. Then bioprocessings. Bioprocessing means we can use the living things like bacteria, then enzymes like chloroplast. These are all the bioprocessings. Then post production processing. Post production means overall product. Overall product is there. Okay, this is the upstream and downstreams. Upstream means cell life developments, that is initial stage of the product. Then cell culture, like tissue culture techniques, we can collect the tissues from many plants, that is a cell cultures. After that we can transfer the lab tissue culture techniques as well as then protoplast culture. These are all the upstream process. Then harvest, after completion of product we can get the entire product, like any one plants, banana plants we can harvestings. Then downstream process, purifications, then formulations. These are all the downstream process. That process are separation and purification of expressed protein before marketing is called downstream processing. This is the correct answer. Next one, which of the following facilitate opening of stomatal aperture? In stomata, you know, stomata, daytimes open stomata, nighttime closed stomata with the help of guard cells. Okay. First one, contraction of outer wall of guard cells. Generally, outer cell wall, guard cells, cellulose substances, it has turgor pressure is there, okay, not in outer wall. Then decrease in turgidity of guard cells. Generally, all guard cells increase the turgidity. Then radial orientation of cellulose, microfibril cell wall of guard cells. Generally, guard cells, this is the stomata, open stomata and closed stomata. In open stomata, in daytimes open stomata, stomata always present in lower surface of the leaves. In daytimes open stomata with the help of guard cells and turgor pressures. Then turgor pressures also there. In epidermal cells, guard cells like microfiber of cell wall, microfibril of cell wall like cellulose. Okay, this cellulose to give the pressure, automatically stomata will open. Then K plus ion also there, potassium ion to present in the stomata, that only stomata will open. The radial orientation of cellulose microfibrils, microfibril of cell wall like cellulose substances always present in guard cells, that only the stomata will open. The answer is C. Then longitudinal orientation of cellulose, generally radial orientation, not longitudinal orientations. Correct answer is C. What about closed stomata? In night times, the removal of K plus ion, it has abscisic acids to presence in the stomatal cells, guard cells, then will be stomata will closed. What are the main function of stomata? Exchange of gases, transpiration process also there. Okay, that's why the stomata in daytimes stomata open, in night times stomata closed. Okay, next one, DNA fragments are positively charged, negatively charged, neutral, either positively or negatively charged, depends on the size. In DNA fragments are negatively charged. Why? Because phosphate ion is there. You know, DNA fragments, phosphate ion, this is the phosphate backbone is there. Then nitrogenous base like adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosines, then deoxyribosugars. Okay, these are all the DNA fragment is there. Generally DNA negatively charged. What about positively charged, especially protein. Amino acids. This is the positively charged. Which ecosystem has the maximum biomass? Different ecosystem is there, like grassland ecosystems, pond ecosystems, lake ecosystem, then forest ecosystems. Which ecosystem has maximum biomass? The answer is forest ecosystems. Do you know that in forest ecosystems, producer is there? Generally, producer for green plants to depends on the some other organisms like herbivores, rabbits, we call it as primary consumer. Then secondary consumer, red-tailed hawk. Then as well as secondary consumer like carnivores. Then automatically death in conditions, that is decomposers. This is the cycling process. Producer, consumer, then secondary consumer, then decomposers. In highest maximum biomass to present in forest ecosystems, more than 70% biomass. Okay. Even grasslands, pond and lake, less number of biomass is there. Which ecosystems minimum biomass? Like desert, one of the minimum biomass ecosystems. In maximum number of biomass like forest ecosystems, this is the entire energy flow also there, like producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer and decomposers. Thank you, student.